Hello YouTube, shintigercurl here, that dude in the straw hat, bringing you yet another awesome video. Now, I'm going to be talking about a subject that I've wanted to talk about for quite a while now, and this inevitably has to do with PewDiePie. That's right, if you haven't been on the internet long enough to know, PewDiePie is the undisputed king of YouTube right now, with millions upon millions of subscribers and millions upon millions of views. Now, recently, it was revealed that PewDiePie made over $7 million last year from his YouTube channel alone. Now, those of you who don't know or are not in the know, you can actually make money doing this. That's right. That's why when I say click advertisements and say and spread this around and click like buttons to say to support my channel. That's not just me saying that to become the next internet sensation. That's me trying to earn a little bit of cash on the side because me doing this earns money. It's a very complicated process, but basically it's all about not about views or subs, but more about ad revenue. That's where a lot of the money comes in. And when you click on advertisements, from my understanding, it gives you a certain amount of money because it's really complicated. You have to understand it you have to be actually on YouTube to understand it. I've been studying a lot of it myself, and I've been making quite a deal of money doing this. It's significantly most, but not enough to say I'm rich, but enough that if I keep on my schedule, I should be making a good chunk of change by the end of this month. So anyway, now a lot of people when the people learn about how much a YouTuber can potentially make, it causes a lot of hatred. As for the title of this video, success breeds hatred, because when you're successful, people will hate on you. Now, I'm not saying I'm a fan of PewDiePie. I used to watch his stuff a while back. I thought it was funny initially, then I just kind of fell out of love with it, and I really don't care for his stuff anymore. I'm not saying it's terrible, but but apparently it's popular enough to appeal to a to a certain audience. Now, I'm not saying that I'm not going to hate on the guy because he's successful. There's no point in that. That is a waste of time and energy for me. I'm For me to hate on an internet personality would require me to hate because my type of hatred is they have to be total scumbags. I'm not hating on them because they're popular or they're successful. I hate on them because as a person I don't like them. Hence why I don't like Kanye West anymore, because I admit the guy is talented. He makes money hand over fist. The problem is he comes off like a total jackass at times. The same can be said of internet personalities. Now, I am a big fan of Mr. Maximilian Christensen, or Maximilian Dude, for a lot of you who don't understand. He's a big name in the fighting game community, which I keep track of. He does a lot of for the community. He does reactionary videos for when games that drop. He does a lot of streamings for on Twitch TV, or it's an entire streaming service for gamers to stream games and such. And he also has two channels, one for his solely dedicated to fighting games and fighting game news and so forth, as well as learning how to play fighting games, as well as another channel for his Let's Plays and long plays called Yo Video Games. Now, people hate on this guy. Now, it may come down to some people have said they hate on him because of elitism, because it's a kind of elitism. But I counter that by saying, so does everybody else. All the major YouTubers and Twitch streamers have a certain level of elitism and bigotry towards video games. I mean, the Game Grumps, another popular YouTube group, I'm not a real big fan of because their content just does not appeal to me. The fact that they go through when they play games, they just sound more drunk and unintelligible to me than anything else. But one of them doesn't like the Sonic games, well, the original Sonic games for the Genesis, which are considered the best of the series. Particularly, look up Grumpcade, where they bring on Gerard Dragon Rider Khalil, aka the Completionist. They bring him on to complete Sonic 3 and Knuckles. And one of the Game Grumps, I forgot his name, says he doesn't like the games. He didn't give a real particularly good reasons for it, but that's just him. That's could be called elitism, and yet people rave about the Game Grumps. But when somebody like Maximilian is guilty of doing it, they think he's the second son of the devil. But I mean, that's not a good enough reason for me to hate on him. But he has done more. Now, he has done a few bad things, but he's done a lot of good things. The good outweighs the bad in this case, because he he doesn't just him playing the video games. He teaches you how to play the fighting games. When my friend Mattis Leonhardt of the Absolution Network, who I know is watching this, when he was trying to get in the fighting games, and he was like, "Hey, Greg, you're like the best fighting game guy I know." Like, no, I'm not. Not really. I just keep myself well informed. If you really want to learn how to play fighting games, look up Maximilian's YouTube channel. He teaches you how to do this. He teaches you what goes into what, like what combos into what. What does this do? What does this button press do? Is this safe? Is this unsafe? How many frames does this go? He breaks it down to you for a level in which that you can understand how the game is played. Like I wasn't big into Killer Instinct when it came out, but then Maximilian put out a video saying how to play Killer Instinct, and I learned all about combo enders and instincts and starters and combo breakers and all that other stuff I learned from him. I haven't played the game because I don't have an Xbox, but I've learned significantly more watching his stuff than I have for anyone else who just play the game but don't really tell you how to play the game. Yeah, and primarily the reason why people hate on this guy is because of the money. He has a donation button on his channel like anyone else. You know I have it up here. And he makes a lot of money from donations. People donate to him because they like him. And I'm not talking about just 5 and 10, but hundreds of thousands of dollars in individual increments. The last stream I saw for him, someone for his Final Fantasy VII Let's Play, modded, was someone I think donated $1,000 to him. Now keep this in mind. He doesn't pimp his donation button. In fact, I watched him a long time. I watched his streams a long time before I even knew he had a donation button because he just doesn't mention it. Neither he, nor Kenny, nor Steve, nor Simmons, nor his wife, nor Benny mention that he has a donation button. It's just if a donation comes in, it's a little chime. It's well, it's the first part of "You Got the Touch" by the Touch by Stan Bush, and it just says who it was and how much they donated, and he just says, "Oh, thanks, man, thank you very much." But he doesn't. Hey, I've never once seen him actually say, "Donate to me." He doesn't even suggest it. He's just there. He just puts it out there. It's there. Now let's play some video games. And people are mad at that because he gets money from donations. But here's what I say to you people: what do you care what other people do with their money? Like I said, this is donations. People are donating to him. They like him enough that they want to give him money. And then what he does with that money is his own business. So what business is of yours? I bring up my tip jar a lot just to remind people I'm not here begging for money. Like Max, I'm not begging for money. I'm just saying if you want to support me, it's up there. Drop something in the bucket if you want to do that, if you can afford to. I'm not begging people to donate me 5 and 10 and hundreds of thousands of dollars. No, I'm just doing that just to say it's there. The option is there. Do with it what you will. Nobody's donated to me yet. And that's okay with me because I know people got bills to pay, and if they can afford to do it, you're allowed to do that. People hate on him because people like his content enough that they want to give him money to improve his situation, to buy better equipment. That's what donations do, or or donations to live. Because I've seen there's a lot of people on my sub channel that have donations, like who has a stream? I think Spoonie has a donation button when he streams. Corn Shack has a donation button when he streams. Freaking Asian Eyes. Asian Eyes has a donation button. And he gets money out the ass from his streams. That's what they do. If people like something that you do, they like you and what you do. They're gonna donate to you to show their love for you. And I don't see a problem with that. So that's just what it boils down to. People can say whatever they want about Maximilian, about how he's a scumbag or whatever. It all comes down to the money. He's making money doing what he loves. So, and the same with PewDiePie. People hate on him because he's making money. That's just what hate is. Success breeds hatred. If and if I become a success, people are going to hate on me. I know that for certain. But I don't care, because if you're making people happy and they're enjoying your content and you're not an asshole to them, they will give you that money will come in and you won't know what to do with it. Max actually donated like 2K back to one of his donators because he was going through a rough time. They didn't go into details. He just said, "Hey, dude, you're going through a rough time. I don't need this money. Take it back. Do whatever you will with it." That's a lot more than I can say for someone like Darkside Phil. He would just take the money and run with it. I know for certain, because he is that type of person. I don't like Darkside Phil, not because he's successful. I know he's making more money than me. That's bar none. But I'm not hating on him for that. I'm hating on him because he's a terrible human being who thinks the sun rises and sets on his ass, who starts shit with other people, who promotes internet bullying. Yes, I said it. Of various people, and just his content is unfunny and uninformed. And I'm looking at you, Darkside Phil, for your Let's Play of One Piece Pirate Warriors 3. This is the reason why I'm doing my Pirate Warriors 3 Let's Play. Not just because I love the series, but because of Darkside Phil and his shitty attempt at it. And blaming the game for all of his fuck-ups. That's why I do it. But yeah, back to my original point. Success breeds hatred. I don't hate on PewDiePie. As I understand it, he's actually a very nice guy who does a lot of charity work and gives away most of his money to various charities. He's very personable, very nice, very kind. I don't like his content, but I respect him as a nice person. And seem a guy I would like to buy a drink, saying, "Hey, I may not like your videos, but I love your charity work. Have a drink on me." See, those are the kind of guys I can get behind. If you're successful, that's just the reason why he's so successful, is because he's genuinely such a nice guy. People will donate money to nice people. They won't donate it to assholes. I mean, unless those people are assholes themselves. But yeah, you shouldn't hate on someone because they're making more money than you. If anything, you should strive to be better than what you are. I mean, I was on Rob Dyke's site. Rob Dyke is a guy who does a lot of creepy and paranormal stories and top tens and what have you. He's a really cool guy, nice voice. And this guy, one of his commenters say, "This guy sucks. Why would anyone like this guy?" And people were like, came to this defense like, "Why? It's okay if you don't like the guy, but who are you to judge him? He's making money hand over fist. He's making significantly more than you doing what he loves." And I actually checked out the guy who made this comment on his YouTube. He only has one video about aliens, and it's terrible. So yeah, before you sling your hatred for someone and say that this person sucks, be careful, because people can just look up your YouTube and see how unpopular it is. My YouTube is only decently popular because I'm try to be a nice guy to the people, to the 86 people currently who are subscribed to my channel, and the 1,000 or so people who's adding revenue to my situation, when where sooner or later I could probably get my teeth fixed. See? That's gone. I had to rip that out myself years ago, doing my own dentistry work. That is terrible. But yeah, I'm not going to hate on guys like Markiplier or Maximilian or PewDiePie or the Game Grumps for their success. It just makes me want to work harder at it. If you hate these guys, do hard, because this right here takes a lot of hard work. It's not as hard as for me because I suck at editing, but for the guys who do genuine editing work, like Markiplier, like PewDiePie, like the Game Grumps, like the Super Gaming Brothers, like Brain Scratch Comms, like Corn Shack Gaming, like Angry Joe, all of these guys who put in hours upon hours of work, I mean, a 30-minute video can take at least 3 to 4 hours of editing and processing just to get it done. And they have to keep doing this because this is how they make their living. This is a job for them, and they make money doing it. If you hate on them, you need to stop worrying about how much they're making. Worry about yourself and work at it. Like Scrooge McDuck said in DuckTales, work smarter, not harder. Anybody can work hard at a job, but if you're doing something that you like and something that you love, you will never work a day in your life. I'm writing my first book. I'm having a blast doing it because I love writing, and hopefully I'm going to get paid doing it. If you're doing something you like, if I'm going to quote the Joker from The Dark Knight, if you're good at something, never do it for free. So this is what PewDiePie is doing. He's good at making videos and uploads daily every day, and he is making money hand over fist. So before you start slinging hatred at these guys, maybe you need to try to work hard, and maybe you too can make $7 million in a year posting videos on YouTube. But that's just me. So yeah, that's my video. If you like what you see, link, comment, subscribe below. Got any questions, comments, or just want to talk about your favorite? Matter of fact, that's a good question. Question for the day: who is your favorite YouTubers and why? My personal favorites, my all-time favorites, are the Super Gaming Brothers. Check them out on YouTube. They have an amazing channel. Also check out Johnny's YouTube. Some call me Johnny. He's very, very good at what he does. So and also the Runaway guys. I'm subs of all three guys: Nintendo Capri Sun, Chugga Conroy, and Proton John. Proton John was the very first Let's Player I ever subbed to because I loved his stuff. But anyway, like I said, who's your favorite YouTuber and why? Leave it below, and I'll get back to you. Want to support my channel? Hit that like button. It really does help out, as does clicking on an advertisement. And it's up there. I'm not begging you. Unlike a lot of other YouTubers, I'm not begging you to put anything in here. It's here if you feel like, hey, I like this shintigercurl guy. Let me put something in his wallet. I'm not begging for it. It's just there if you want to. So anyway, this has been my video. Until next time, this has been shintigercurl, that dude in the straw hat, saying good day, and success breeds hatred.